this finally the end of the Delta surge in the U.S.? What do you think?
Well, I hope so, Wolf. It's certainly going in the right direction, as you mentioned correctly, that all of the parameters, cases, hospitalizations, and deaths are down. The critical challenge that we have now, we want to keep that slope of decline continuing to go down.
We are a huge success, but we're a country misguided and led astray by media that aren't honest. So, for example, if you watched CNN, you would think that nobody's getting vaccinated, and it's a complete disaster, and whoa, we're stuck in this rut because no one's vaccinated. It's completely untrue.
Now, as you know, we have about 68 million people in this country who are eligible to be vaccinated, who are not yet vaccinated. The best way to assure that decline in cases, hospitalizations, and death to continue is to continue to get a lot more people vaccinated.
Over 90% of people over 65 who are the most vulnerable are vaccinated. Now, sure, there are a lot of younger people who aren't vaccinated. There's some older people, but 90% is a pretty good success. Over age 50, it's like 75, 80% of people. People are informed. They know this is a disease that can affect any age, but affects primarily the older ages.
We need the overwhelming proportion of those unvaccinated people to get vaccinated, and then we can be quite confident that if we can do that, you will not see a resurgence.
The vaccinations, because we ignore natural immunity, we directed the vaccine to the wrong people and still are. So, for example, because of Dr. Fauci's lead, India is accepting his lead as well. In India, there's not enough vaccine. They have 1 billion people. They can't vaccinate enough people fast enough. So if you have 1 billion people and you have 200 million doses of vaccine, who do you think you should give it to? Should you give it to the 10-year-old the same as the 85-year-old? No, that's ridiculous.
But also mandates. I mean, we don't like to be telling people what they need to do with regard to vaccines, but we know that mandates work. We've seen that they are working. They're working in schools, universities, and colleges. They're working in corporations like airlines with regard to their employees getting vaccinated. So although you'd like people to do it on their own accord, sometimes mandates actually can help in that regard. As sensitive an issue as that is, it is really getting people more vaccinated.
But the difference between the elitist or the collectivist point of view and the individual rights point of view is, I believe you have every right to your opinion. But if you're a collectivist and you believe that from the very top down, all medical decisions come from Dr. Fauci, and if he doesn't want you to fly, you don't get to fly, see, it's different from individual liberty, because I think if you have a differing opinion, you're welcome to your opinion.